Hello! I am in Miami and we are on the Disney Dream Cruise and I'm so excited. So excited. First of all, I've always wanted to go on a cruise. Second of all, always wanted to go on the Disney cruise. And so this is even more exciting. So we are doing a 5-night trip to the Caribbean. So we're gonna go one day to Castaway Cay, which is like Disney's own thing in the Caribbean, and then the other day is going to be in Cozumel, and then we're spending 3 days at sea, and then the 6th day is going to be like you leave in the morning, and we're actually going to be spending the night in Miami, and just like spending a little bit more time here, and then we're going to leave on Sunday. So today's Monday, we're going to have like this whole week is going to be a vacation, and I'm very excited. Happy Tuesday! We are at Castaway Cay, which is Disney's private island in the Bahamas. Super hot, but it looks very pretty, and I'm very excited, and it's gonna be a good day. Hello friends, I'm sitting out on our veranda with the view of the ocean behind me. So it is more or less like closer to the end of day 2. And right now we're just waiting to do dinner, and then we're probably just gonna come back, like watch a couple of movies on board. And that's pretty much it. We're going through our plans for tomorrow. Which tomorrow, 3rd day, is going to be a full day at sea. But originally we were thinking like, I don't know like what we're going to do, because like we're going to go to the pool, but like that's not going to be for the whole day. And so on the Disney Cruise app, we they have like an itinerary of like all of this stuff, and there's so many different live shows and like fun things that you can do. And honestly, I think that's been kind of like the best part about all of this is that like you're on the cruise, you have like the pools, you stop by different ports, and you can go to the beach, and like the food part is like already all prepaid. But I think all the different entertainment on board is super fun, and we've been doing a lot of different fun things. There are a couple of like shows that we seen that like we want to make it to every single one of them each day. So yesterday's was the Golden Mickeys, which is kind of like different stage performances of different Disney movies. And then today there was a comedy show with this guy who does like some comedy with like some balloons and like magic, and his name is John Cassidy, and it was really funny. More geared towards kids, and I don't think we knew what to expect, but had a great time. And then tomorrow we're gonna go watch the Beauty and the Beast like stage performance, which I believe has won some awards. And there's also gonna be like an adult version of like the comedy show with John Cassidy that I think we're gonna try to make it to. And then there's a couple others on the 4th and 5th day as well that we want to go to. But yeah, overall there's so many activities, and I like feel like we've like barely scratched the surface of what there is to do. But yeah, that is my little day 2 check-in. and we are gonna be off to dinner. Looking very fancy, but also with my popcorn bucket. Headed to go see one of like the live action shows, like the Broadway shows, basically the equivalent, and then off to dinner. So the room cleaning people come like twice a day, and during the second part of the day, the person who does our room always likes to make these fun things. Yesterday they made a crab, today this is like a turtle, and we have some chocolate, which I just think it's a really, really nice touch to kind of come home to. Evening. This is my outfit. About to go head down to see a show and then to dinner, and I will check in with you guys in a bit. Hello, you guys. I'm back home, obviously, and I'm just like really struggling to be back at work because I'm honestly just like still physically, or like not physically, I'm like mentally still on the cruise. One casualty was my fingernail, unfortunately, with all the packing, opening boxes. Honestly, as like a summary of all of my thoughts for the Disney cruise, it was pretty much the best thing that I've ever done in my whole life. So I've never been on a cruise, for one thing, and so I feel like I came in with like no preconceived notions of what it should be like. I was just very excited to be there. I overall just really enjoyed the whole cruise, from the amenities that we got on the actual boat itself, to all of the stops that we made, to the activities that we did. I honestly didn't have like any complaints about anything. I will give a breakdown of kind of what pricing looks like. And so roughly per person, pricing is about like, you know, like 2,000, maybe like 500 per person. And that's obviously inclusive of all of like the stuff on the boat. So then like all of like the meals and stuff is going to be included. You know, obviously that includes like your room, entertainment. The only thing that it doesn't include is if you buy some additional things, like if you want like a specialty drink, like a cocktail, if you wanted like a special smoothie or something, like that's not included. And obviously if you went shopping for like buying any souvenirs on the boat, of like some of like the Disney stuff, like a t-shirt or whatever, that's not included. And the other things that's not included is the like food and stuff for when you're actually in Mexico. One of the stops that we made was obviously Castaway Cay, and so everything there was pretty much included. And so when you went there to Castaway Cay, because it's an island owned by Disney and you can only go there if you're on the Disney cruise line, all of like the employees there are like working for Disney, blah, blah, blah. And so the food there and all of that stuff was completely like free, as in like it was a part of like the $250 that you paid. And so you obviously didn't have that in Cozumel and Mexico, so we did pay for those things. But yeah, and I would say like we spent a good deal on, I think, like just some additional stuff. Like there was 2 restaurants on board that we went to on Wednesday and on Friday, and those ones were called, so one was called Palo, the other was called Remy, and those I absolutely loved. They are additional, and so you do have to pay extra for them, and so we did choose to buy those. We obviously bought like some like specialty drinks. Like I think we didn't really get too many cocktails. I think we got them like once just for like the vibes. But like we did get some like smoothies, for example, and that was a little bit extra. And we obviously bought some souvenirs. I think mostly what we spent in like addition was pretty much just when we were at Palo and Remy and buying all of like the activities that you can do when you're at shore. Like when you're in Castaway Cay, if you wanted to do like the snorkeling, like with the stingrays adventure that we did, if you're in Cozumel and you wanted to also do like the ATVs and the snorkeling, then those were additional fees. You don't have to do them. There's like enough to do on like the whole boat and like just like purely sitting there at the beach that you don't have to pay for those, but we wanted to, so we did pay for those. And that pretty much made up like the bulk of what we paid for. So in addition to what we paid in person, we spent around like a little bit over like 1,500 for both of us, like somewhere in that price range. And I think that's just because we were pretty generous with like the things that we were buying. We're not big heavy drinkers, and so I think we saved some there, but you know, like we did get some additional snacks if they weren't included. Like we obviously went to Palo and Remy. When you were at port, like the port activities were pretty much the bulk of that spend. And so that's just something to keep in mind pricing wise if you're thinking about going. And yeah, so that's pricing. You guys pretty much saw everything that happened. I just had like the best time ever, and The last day, I was honestly feeling so sad about leaving, but I think somehow going to Remy on the last night for like a dinner was just so fantastic. Like, it was pretty much like the best meal that I've ever had. It was so many courses and I just like loved every single bite. And so it pretty much made that worth it for me. And I just loved it. And it was like a great ending to our day. And then we got back to the port of Miami on Saturday, and then we ended up staying in Miami that Saturday because we got back in port like in the morning, so then you were basically like off the ship by like 10 a.m. And so we stayed in Miami for all of Saturday and for Sunday, and we left like Sunday afternoon to fly back home to New York. So yeah, we kind of extended our vacation a little bit. I think it was definitely tiring to kind of like come back Sunday and then like immediately jump back into work, honestly, which is why I'm feeling so sluggish. But if you ask me if I would have wanted to come back on Saturday and just like been home, like I just don't think I would have wanted that. So I think in the end this worked out perfectly for me. Want more Miami highlights? I have a whole other vlog of another time of when we went to Miami, which was so much fun, and so I'll include that link in the description. And yeah, I hope this was like a very long explanation and summary of everything that happened, but hopefully this video won't be ridiculously long. But yeah, I just loved every single moment, and I can't even recommend this enough. And if you want more Disney content, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I have a separate Instagram account just for my Disney stuff, which I'm so obsessed about, and I'll include all the links in the description as well.